grown, now I'm smoking his mom. And yo, H, your brother's John. Smoking on T, he got hit with a bomb. Close catch, you couldn't see his face.
Look what happened to him in the past year. Did you see everything that's been going on in this guy's life, man? Downfall after downfall after downfall. He got beaten up twice. Second time almost nearly to death. Like, a lot of his people switched up on him that was his friend a year ago. All because of paperwork, you know? And you guys might think, you know, it's a coincidence or something's bad is just happening to this guy, downfall after downfall. The reason why is because he simply just dissed too many people. Too many dead people. This is what happens in life where you diss dead people over and over and over again. Dissing dead people is not a joke. It's not a game. A lot of these rappers do it over and over and over. Yes, they diss dead people that were in the street life. But this guy, man, he dissed Ronnie's mom. Ronnie's mom had nothing to do with anything. Yeah, he did not have to do all that. He could have just dissed the dead people that like were in the streets. That's one thing. That's horrible already as it is. That's bad. That has consequences, you know? Like, dissing dead people is not a joke, obviously. And the story of K Money is downfall. That's what it all was. If this guy did not diss any dead people, nothing would have happened. But look at him. He wants to diss dead people. He dissed dead people over and over and over again. In that studio of legends that got taken down off YouTube by them, I'm pretty sure it's because, you know, he dissed so much dead people that one of their associates came up to them like, yo, you guys got to delete that video, take it down, you know? And it was obviously bad business for them. They really wanted to monetize off it. They really wanted to get views off it. They probably didn't expect him to diss all these dead people and stuff like that. So I'm not sure about that situation. That was bad business and bad investment. And overall, poor life choice. That was morally incorrect and in so many levels. Even as a drill artist, even as a hoodman, even as a gangbanger, you think like some people would have some morals, but in this scenario, K Money did not have any morals. However, he did suffer consequences right after this, as paperwork came out. Whether it's true or not true, there's some speculation that is real, some that is fake. It went out there, and a lot of people believed it was true. You know, at that point, even if it's fake, if everyone thinks it's true, it makes it true, even though it could be fake, you know? But that's a whole different situation. And with that situation, a lot of problems came for him. A lot of his old allies and associates disowned him. The GGs, the Wasses, 3M, a lot of people that were like in the Avengers K category, you know, a lot of people that part of 3L. He got booted out. Him and his team got booted out from that. They all disowned him very quickly, you know, and a lot of people were dissing him too. You know, a lot of people were talking about them being rats and stuff like that, you know. All this came in because him and the top 5, they were messing with each other, but they were not messing with each other in that scenario. You know, they had like some petty beef, and over that, and top 5 ultimately had his chance and went in and swooped him with that. In this case, in this scenario, that was just one thing, you know, like a lot of people been disowning him, calling him a rat, and months go by, he's spotted at the Raptors game by the GGs. Obviously, he's in danger. It's one of him against 4 or 5 guys. He banged out, he took the L, and he was drugged up that day. Like, it was not a good look. You know, it was not a good bang out, but he was 1v5. You can't do much. And if you're an artist in the city, if you're like, you know, if you're a hood artist especially, you cannot be seen on your ones in a place where there's no sticks allowed. Like the Raptors game. And the GGs took advantage of that. They gave him the beats. It was what it was. It went viral. It went in so much places. It is what it is. Months went by and K Money got his get back. K Money got his get back by getting on one of those guys that were there at the event by the name of D Money, an associate of the GGs in top 5. They got at D Money. They gave him the beats. They took his bracelet, his chain, you know. They got their lick back. K Money could talk his shit right after that. He could stunt. He could say whatever he wanted to. But this was lived for a very short amount of time. The GGs got their get back so quick. So quick, man. Like, was it even a week? I'm not sure. But they got their get back so quick. It went viral. K Money, I don't know what happened to him. There was blood spilling. He got beaten up. Who knows if he got stabbed, but it was not a good look at all. This guy, you know, that was literally a life-changing beating that he got that day. He got his chain took. The GGs got their one up on him. So they were up like 2-1 and in the playoff series, you know. They were up 2-1. And K Money took 3 L's back to back to back. weeks went by as GG's took their own L as, Top 5 went IRL streaming and his friend got killed that day, DBK. But yeah, if you see the past 3 months, all this downfall of K Money taking 3 L's in a short amount of time. I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know if it was the black magic from the freestyle that he spit from the families and friends of the people he dissed. We're not sure if it's just bad karma. In my opinion, it's just a result of him dissing dead people over and over again. You're not supposed to do that, Have some morals, even as a hood man. The dissing the dead shit is not cool at all. This is what happens. This is his downfall. If he was a gangbanger and he got at his ops and whatever, that's one thing. Okay, there's some morals in that. Okay, there's not all morals in that. I think that's a lame lifestyle, but there is some, there's some dignity and respect. But him dissing innocent dead people that had nothing to do with anything, even dissed Thane Murray in that song, and that guy wasn't innocent. He's a Regent Park worker. That was way too much. That's way too much. We shouldn't condone that. Anybody in the streets, on the internet, anybody in Toronto should not condone that. But yeah, this was the downfall of K Money. Who knows what's next to come.